All right, sorry about that, guys. My computer decided to shut down in the middle of that problem. You would finish that up. I think we're in the middle of division, whatever that result would have been for that last question. Would have been 123.52 pounds. That's what I was literally in the middle of saying, then the computer just shut. But I want to do a few more. So this is going to be 4.4 continue. Oh, not bad. 4.5 continue. Now I want to look at number 40. On this one here, it says a hot dog vendor has determined that the number of hot dogs she sells, so this will be our sales, a day is inversely. So that means I have a K inversely for division, proportional to the price she charges. So there's my P. The vendor wants to decide if increasing her price by 50 cents will drive away too many customers. On average, she sells 80 hot dogs a day at a price of $3.50. So there's my equation. Here's what I need to do to solve it. So I need to multiply both sides by 350. Pull up a calculator again. So again, that would be 3.5 times 80. And I get 280 is my K. So there's my K. And then from that, if I want to increase the cells to figure out what cells is going to be, that's going to be 280 now divided by 4, because that's 50 cents more than the 350. So then all I have to do now is just do 280 divided by 4, and I get 70. So therefore, I would have 70 cells. All righty. Let's look at number 41 real quick. And then there's a few more on the next page I want to do as well. So it says the price of gasoline purchase. So the price of gasoline purchase varies directly. So K times some number with the number of gallons. So there we go. Of gas purchased. So if I purchased 16 gallons and it cost me $34.40. How much would 20 gallons? So I simply have to divide by 16, and I'd get K equals 34.4 divided by 16, and basically the price of gallon would be $2.15. There's my equation. There's my K, or my price per gallon. So now to figure out my price, now it's got to do 215 times my amount of gallons I had, which in this case is 20. So if I multiply that by 20, I get $43. So that's how much. That was a 5 I was about to write. So $43. If only gas. Give me 215 again. All right, so let's look at a couple more of these type of science type of problems. So looking at number 45, it says we're going to use Hooke's law. Now, at first, when I was looking at this, I could not find Hooke's law in the book because that's where I stopped reading. If I would have kept reading, it then says, which says that the force exerted on a spring varies directly with the distance of the spring. Right, so it gives it to us in that word format, and then we just have to write the equation, and now we're going to solve for K. So looking at 45, we have a 32 pounds weight suspended on a spring scale that stretches about 17 inches. And we just want to know what the spring would stretch at 37. So I just simply have to divide by 17. So I get 32 divided by 17, which is 1.8 something. So then I now have my K. So if my force this time is 37 pounds, and I have K time, or not K anymore, and I have 1.88 times my distance. So now what I'll do is I'll take 37 divided by 1.88, and I get about 19.7 inches. Forgot the units. But there you go. So there's your answer there. And then the last one is number 47. Once I figured Hooke's, Boyle's law did not get me as lost, because then again I kept on reading, and it says which says that with a constant temperature, the volume of a gas in a container varies here's my K, inversely, so that's a division, as the pressure of gas. So there's my equation. And then on 47, it says if a gas has a volume of 252 inches under a pressure of 5 pounds. So now I'll just multiply both sides. There's my equation. Multiply both sides by 5. So I'll get 252 times 5. So that's 12,000, not 12,000, 1,260 would be my K. And so then I go, all right, well, what is the volume? I don't know. The K is now 1,260. And the pressure is now 6 pounds. And then I'll just simply divide that number by 6. And I get, not that, hold on, 1260 divided by 6. And I get 210. So my volume would be 210. And for the units, this would be cubic inches. There you go. All right, so I wanted to, again, I added this last little video in, even though you probably had enough at the other one, mainly for the purpose that I wanted you to make sure you had an example for every single type. As always, if you need any more help, just keep emailing me. Other than that, I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.